Christ's temptation was real. It was real physically, it was real emotionally, and it was real spiritually. It was real at every level. And Jesus felt every pain, he felt every attack, he endured every pressure. But as Christ's temptation shows us, and here is a very big lesson, Satan can only persuade. He can't push. Now the high priest could take that helpless scapegoat and give him the little nudge he needed to tumble to his destruction. Satan can't. He is restrained even in his total wickedness. He's restrained by God. He can't push us into sin. He can persuade, not push. The devil tempts, but it's we who transgress. The devil doesn't make us do it. We do it ourselves. He can, like the fella that I told you about this morning, he can take advantage of an unhappy marriage relationship and disappointments in desires not being met and persuade us that the grass would be greener on the other side. And he can persuade us that we should do that, but he doesn't push us. We choose. And see, that's what this whole petition is about. Satan persuades us right to the edge. But the phone rings. The faithful God calls out to us and says, I am making a way of escape. We have to listen to the persuader of the devil, reject the faithful God, and choose. Satan can't do the last over. Sin is a conscious choice. James says, every man when he is tempted is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. So Satan is persuading us. Then when lust has conceived, what's the conception? My will, choosing to listen to the tempter. My flesh, the traitor, chiming in. And I consciously choose to sin. And that's sin bringeth forth death, the scriptures say. Jesus shows us we are responsible for our sins because of the sin we have within us. Jesus did not sin, although he was completely tempted, because he has no sin within. But a tempted Christ will always understand tempted people. In fact, that's Hebrews 2:18, which we won't get till next week. But Hebrews 2:18 says, we have not a high priest that cannot be touched with our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So Jesus understands, and Jesus, the essence of Christ's temptation in all the versions in the gospel was to act independent of God. And that's one thing he would not do. He said, I came to do your will, O Father. In the volume of the book is written of me, I came to do your will, not my will. And what was the last words in that prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane? Not my will, not my will, not my will, but yours be done. Jesus would not act independent of the Father. And that's what brought him through the wilderness temptation. And we're tempted to take things into our own hands.